Let's look out there with live cam this morning. It's 6 a.m., 59 degrees, kind of humid out there, but maybe not as humid as yesterday. And some areas had some fog this morning, but we're going to be checking in with Mike very soon.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning to you. It's primary election day on 6 a.m. on your Tuesday, March 5th.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you had a good Monday, and we're expecting temperatures to get pretty high today, but maybe with a less humidity there.
Well, yeah, it is a bit of a trade-off, that's for sure. Mike Ostrage is here, and you started warning us yesterday, Mike, we could be flirting with 90 degrees today.
Yep, I'm going for it today because the air is going to be drying out. That'd be the first time we hit it officially in San Antonio since way back the 21st. We got up in the low 90s of October, so about 4.5 months. What's interesting is you step outside this morning and it's not as uncomfortable as what it was yesterday. There's not as much moisture in the air, but of course the relative humidity is still very high. And so what that means is we got a lot of fog around the area. Randolph and the airport still looking okay. New Braunfels has actually improved slightly. Pleasanton, Kerrville, quarter-mile visibility. A lot of fog there around Gonzales. Eagle Pass, Rock Springs still at zero visibility. Now, for instance, Pleasanton and Kerrville was both at zero visibility, as was New Braunfels just about half an hour, 45 minutes ago. So it's going to be going back and forth. We'll still have plenty of fog hanging around here throughout the rest of the morning, maybe even a couple of damp spots on the roads. Temperatures, again, this time yesterday we were in the low and even mid 60s, so we are down somewhat, but again, the relative humidity is very, very high, very light wind out there, or no wind, and that's why we've had a lot of this fog. And once again, a whole laundry list of allergens out there. Everything is in bloom now that we are getting into the throes of spring. Temperatures, we're going to be staying upper 50s, right around low 60s, not moving all that much this morning. And then we warm up very quickly. We start to see more sunshine. The drier air starts to work its way in here, so that's going to allow us to get all the way up to 85 degrees already at noon, and then top off, like I said, at 90 today. The normal high temperature is right around low 70s, so basically 20 degrees above normal. That's not going to last forever, nor will the dry air stay around here pretty much past tomorrow morning. Then we do also have some rain chances to talk about and a look at the upcoming weekend. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, boy, you better sit down for this one, right, RJ?
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. So we have got a sea of brake lights out here. Drivers on the west side, take caution. Keep this in mind if you're about to head out right now or head out within the next 15 minutes or so. We've been following this major crash that's being reported 90 westbound here at General McMullen. So we're looking at the camera showing you just the backup that we're seeing now up to the Couples Road area, and you see that traffic is still exiting off of Couples Road, but again, there's a major delay here. Multiple lanes are blocked. So let's show you exactly what we're looking at here and what's causing this major delay. So we have a crash that involved multiple vehicles earlier this morning, and we have at least 3 of the main lanes blocked on the right-hand side there at 90 westbound General McMullen. This is going to be right before the Southwest 36 exit and right before the 151 exit if you are headed out on the far west side right now. So we've got a pretty good bit delay and backup here in this area. Now traffic's starting to back up all the way to General Hudnall. That could be a potential alternate route if you need to take that. Again, Couples Road is still open, but again, you're gonna have to go all the way up to Castroville Road just to kind of get around what we're seeing right here on the far west side. Let's take you out to another incident that we've been following throughout the morning here. There's still a car fire being reported Loop 410 southbound at Valley High Drive. This is gonna be for all of our drivers coming down on Loop 410 south over to Medina Base Road. And we have one more thing that we want to show you here real quick. It was another crash being reported on the northbound lanes of 35 at Judson Road. We're now seeing a pretty significant delay in this area. It was actually a car fire also being reported in this area here. So traffic had been backed up all the way to O'Connor. Hopefully they can get this cleared out. But the biggest thing, again, that seems to be causing the most concern for our drivers right now, 90 westbound Couples Road over by General McMullen. Just be careful if you're about to head out anytime soon in that area. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. What may be a case of car burglary interrupted has left a man dead.
San Antonio police say it appears that man was breaking into a car at the time when he was shot.
Katrina Weber is live where it happened in the 8200 block of Micron Drive near Culebra and 410. Katrina, is the person who shot him facing any charges?
Well, not right now. Police say they're still talking to that person who is the owner of the car. Now, check out this apartment complex. Practically the entire thing is a crime scene. There are very few areas where there isn't crime scene tape, police cars, or some other evidence, including a lot of blood in this parking lot here. I want to give you a look at the video from earlier. This happened just before 4 o'clock this morning. There were police everywhere in this apartment complex. These are the Oxford apartments here on Micron Drive. Police say that a car owner was getting ready to go to work, came outside, noticed that someone was in his car already. He ended up shooting that man, who then took off running throughout the apartment complex. That's the reason why there is so much blood everywhere. And then he collapsed behind one building, and that man did die. Police say he appeared to be in his 40s. Again, they believe he is the suspected car burglar. The person who they're talking to now, again, is the owner of the car, and they did tell me at this time no charges have been filed, but they do have a very wide area where they are collecting evidence, and that's the reason why you see everything here, the police tape and everything else that is in this apartment complex. But again, they say this is still under investigation. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. New this morning, investigators are trying to figure out what sparked a fire on the north side. It happened a little before 4 a.m. on Stonery Summit. That is near Wetmore Road, not far from Wurzbach Parkway. So we're told someone in the home woke up to a noise and found the garage on fire. Crews put it out, and everyone got out of that home safely.
San Antonio Police Chief William McManus says 2 officers tracking down a man who was wanted on 2 aggravated robbery warrants shot and killed that suspect late last night. It happened at a home in the 2800 block of Ravina Street on the city's far east side, not far from Highway 87 and Loop 410. Things apparently escalated when officers approached the suspect.
As they approached him, he pulled a weapon from his waistband, pointed it, prompted them to fire at him, and he was transported to the hospital and pronounced.
The suspect is dead. McManus says the man did not fire at officers, and he says one of the officers has been with the force 13 years, the other detective with SAPD for 16 years.
New details this morning in a story that we continue to follow closely. Conversations between the Bexar County District Attorney and criminal justice reform group, the Wren Collective, will be handed over to James Brennan's attorneys. So Brennan is a former San Antonio police officer accused of shooting Eric Amtu in 2022. Brennan's team prepares to fight for a change of venue on Thursday. Well, the case was among those discussed in text between DA Joe Gonzalez, his first assistant, and the Wren Collective's founder. KSAT received those text messages last month. Attorneys for the Wren Collective argued those messages are irrelevant. And the DA himself told KSAT last month that as a public official, he has no right to privacy in his communications.
This morning, the search is on for 2 murder suspects. First up, the person who killed a 24-year-old woman last month. Miranda Gomez died during a shooting on Roland Road near South W.W. White. People who were with her believe they were followed by someone in a dark-colored sedan after leaving a club called The Spot on Rigsby Avenue.
Investigators are also hoping you can help them track down the person who killed 62-year-old Wayne Lewis Ellie. This happened last month on West Martin Street. That's just west of downtown. Officers found him lying on the driveway, shot in the chest. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at number 210-224-STOP.
The U.S. Supreme Court is temporarily halting a new state law that would allow local and state police to arrest migrants for entering the country illegally. 4 days ago, a lower Texas court blocked the law from taking effect. Then over the weekend, a Louisiana federal appeals court upheld it. Now it's on pause again just hours after the Justice Department asked the high court to step in and stop it yesterday afternoon. It was set to go into effect on Saturday.
The Smokehouse Creek fire in the Texas Panhandle has scorched over 1 million acres, destroying hundreds of buildings and livestock, and left at least 2 people dead. It has now crossed over state lines into Oklahoma. Despite crews working around the clock to put the flames out, the Texas A&M Forest Service map says that the fire has been contained at only 15%. In the wake of the record-setting fire, the first of what could be many lawsuits has been filed. One woman living near the Canadian Texan no longer has a place to live after the fire destroyed her home. She is suing the area's power company because she says a fallen power line sparked the fire. The power company is aware of the lawsuit but hasn't commented on it. The Texas A&M Forest Service is still working to find out what officially caused the fire.
Election day is here, and you're about to scan a QR code on your screen to stay on top of our election coverage. VIA is offering free rides to vote. However, passengers must have a valid voter registration card. The offer is good for regular bus service as well as VIA Link and VIA Trans. If you have more questions about Election Day, we have you covered online right now. And be sure to stay with KSAT for complete coverage of the Texas primaries today. Join Myra Arthur and Steve Spriester for our KSAT Super Tuesday live stream tonight at 7 p.m. The special coverage will be available on all of our streaming platforms, and you can watch the complete results tomorrow on Good Morning San Antonio.
Time now 6:10 and 59 degrees for now.
Still to come, a massive industrial fire caught on camera. What led to a huge explosion that threw parts of a building almost a mile away.
And after the break, if you think you are paying more for less at the store, well, you're right. Why shrinkflation is back in the national spotlight thanks to Cookie Monster.
And outside with live cam, a little cooler this morning, 59 degrees. We are dealing with some fog in parts of the Alamo City region. We'll check in with RJ and Mike on the other side of the break. 6:14, top of your morning headlines. All 5 people on board a small plane were killed when it crashed along a Nashville highway last night. Take a look at your screen. You can see the fiery aftermath off the shoulder of Interstate 40 in Nashville. That crash was reported around 8 p.m. Police say the plane was approved for an emergency landing at a nearby airport after reporting engine and power failure. However, the pilot soon told air traffic control they wouldn't make it to the tarmac. The NTSB and the FAA will investigate the cause of the crash.
Video from an industrial fire in Michigan last night is going viral after several explosions. We'll take a look. This was a scene in suburban Detroit where people reported hearing a large explosion followed by smaller explosions. Authorities say debris was thrown into the air and was falling to the ground up to a mile away. Police also say their 911 lines are down due to that blast. So far, there is no word on injuries or the extent of the damage.
Meanwhile, the Cookie Monster is getting national attention for posting online about what's happening to his cookies. His beef with shrinkflation is getting attention on Capitol Hill after he posted, "Me hate shrinkflation, me cookies are getting smaller." Now, shrinkflation is when companies make the size of their products smaller without cutting prices. President Biden is expected to address inflation or shrinkflation during this State of the Union address coming up Thursday night.
Whole Foods will soon be launching smaller stores. They're going to be called Whole Foods Market Daily Shop, and they're meant for urban areas. So the company says the stores will be between 7,000 and 14,000 square feet. Despite its smaller size, Whole Foods says customers will still be able to pick up grab-and-go meals, recipe ingredients, and weekly grocery essentials. The first shops will launch in New York City this year.
We've got people stuck in traffic, and they are almost at a dead standstill on part of Highway 90.
Let's check back with RJ.
Yeah, guys, the way you mentioned it earlier, it looks like a parking lot out there right now on 90 westbound. If you're looking out here at Couples Road, so there was a crash earlier being reported there. It's 90 at General McMullen. Let's see another camera here, show you exactly what we're looking at, because we have at least 3 main lanes blocked here. Westbound 90 at General McMullen. This is going to be right before the 151 and right before the Southwest 36th Street exits here for all of our drivers that are coming out from the downtown area to the west side of town right now. 90 General McMullen, we have a significant delay and backup in this area. So I wanted to put a little bit of time here just because I know a lot of people may be concerned or looking at how long is this going to take me to get through this. So for a 2-mile stretch here, we're looking at about a 17-minute delay, up to maybe even 20 minutes now, based on what we're seeing kind of build in this area. So initially, Couples Road was kind of the exit that a lot of people were taking all the way up to Castroville Road. I would say right now, Frio City might be the best option. South Zarzamora as well. General Hudnall also will help you get around this area, but either way, you're going to be stuck in traffic on 90 or seeing a pretty good delay if you are headed out right now in this area. So some good news though, as we go to the northeast side, we are starting to clear out this crash here, 35 northbound at Judson Road. I just saw the TransGuide cameras there and it looks like we are clear. So again, 90 westbound at Couples, biggest thing that we're seeing right now, 3 main lanes blocked in that area. Still have this car fire That's still being reported there at 410 South, but traffic is getting through that area. Okay, spring break, guys, is right around the corner, and TxDOT is trying to get the word out about drunk driving for college students. A lot of students going to be on the roads. TxDOT stopped by UTSA's main campus and set up its DWI Not So Fun House, interactive trailer and video there for the students. Students tried out different games wearing those goggles, you just saw them right there, that actually had impaired vision. So some of the games included a driving simulator and basketball. Students also got to hear stories from survivors of drunk driving incidents.
You're not able to focus, you're not able to see clearly, you clearly do not have the right capacity to be operating a vehicle that could basically fatally impact somebody's life.
So definitely trying to get the word out there. So back in 2022, there were more than 800 DUI alcohol-related traffic crashes in Texas during the spring break period, killing 44 people. This is a 42% increase in DUI alcoholic-related traffic deaths in Texas compared to that previous year. So in the San Antonio area, back in 2022, there were 78 DUI alcohol-related traffic crashes and 5 deaths during the spring break period back in 2022. So again, TxDOT hitting the road here, no pun intended, but trying to get the word out to the students, especially at UTSA, and making sure that before they make their spring break plans, just to kind of give them an idea of what they're going to be seeing out there.
Good reminder.
Yeah.
Thank you, RJ.
Thank you.
And of course, not just spring break. Anytime.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Hitting the bus this morning. Watch out for a little bit of some fog out there. All right. We are at 34 days now until the solar eclipse coming up on April the 8th. And this is going to rank among the top 25% of eclipses in terms of its duration. But again, if you're not in, and even if you are in the area of total eclipse, then you can take glasses off. But leading up to that and then right after that, you got to keep your eclipse glasses on. If you're not in that area with the total eclipse, you got to keep your glasses on the whole time, those eclipse glasses. So better safe than sorry, obviously. So we are going to be covering that just about all day long, and obviously leading up to it on April the 8th. All right, beautiful picture. Blue bonnets, seen white bonnets before, but never pink bonnets. And that very, very just kind of subtle shade of pink right there. Great shot. Thank you for the KSAT Connect picture. This picture's not so pretty because, well, once again, there's the lights on the Tower of the Americas right there. Very, very faint because of all the fog. 8 miles visibility still at the airport, and actually Stinson has improved slightly. Kerrville, quarter mile back down to 0 at Pleasanton, quarter mile Gonzales, 3 at New Braunfels, and then a lot of fog heading out into the hill country. Eagle Pass, Rock Springs, 0 visibility, plenty of it down around Victoria as well. And this is going to be sticking around again throughout the rest of the morning. Here's what's going on as far as the upper level steering winds. Coldest area obviously way up there to the north, sort of that northern branch there, and then the really, really warm stuff is staying down here to the south. Now we do get a dry line coming through here later on this afternoon. So what that's going to do is get rid of the humidity. Dry air heats up more easily than moist air does. That's why temperatures are going to be spiking later on today. Not much will really change the next few days. We won't be as hot. We'll still be on the above normal side. This low is going to start to send energy in our direction. So by Thursday evening and then into the first part of the day, Friday, we do have that rain chance. Now in behind it then, that low is going to pull down a front. This is going to cool us down for the weekend. We'll actually be a few degrees below normal. Great looking weekend setting up around here, and to go into the first part of next week. Now, latest models do have a little bit of a kind of a bump right here that's going to be sliding in, and that's going to give us a quick shot at some rain on Tuesday. And then in behind that, things are going to be clearing out fairly nicely for Wednesday and Thursday. Here's what's going on. That's Wednesday, Thursday of next week. This week on on Thursday, we do have that chance for some rain, and then that extends into early Friday, and then things will be clearing out. Some of those may be on the strong, potentially severe side. Already, Storm Prediction Center has the hill country on a scale of 2 out of 5 as far as high winds and hail for some severe weather, and that would be late Thursday, early Friday. Today, 90. First time we've hit it since way back in the third week of October. 83 then tomorrow. Still on the warm side. More clouds. Humidity comes back in here after dropping down today. The rain chances Thursday and Friday. It's going to be in the first part of the day, Friday. Front's going to move through, clear things out. And like I said, the weekend looks fantastic. Set your clocks ahead. yuck, before you go to bed Saturday night for the beginning of daylight saving time on Sunday. And then Monday looks pretty good. But right now, that one little shot of rain coming in here by Tuesday of next week.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's a fan of the clock setting.
Some folks are. But then a lot of folks, whether you are or not, say keep it all year round, whatever it may be.
Yes.
As my mom says, this is God's time. So
I think a lot of people agree. Thank you,
normal
Mike.
time.
The normal
6:23.
We'll be right back.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
In your morning consumer headlines, Apple just unveiled its latest line of the MacBook Air, billed as the world's best consumer laptop for AI. The 13 and 15-inch models come with the new M3 chip and sharper webcams. They start at $1,100 and are set to hit stores Friday.
Instagram users can now edit their DMs instead of just deleting them. Meta says you now have up to 15 minutes to make changes to your direct messages. The altered DM will contain the word edited. The new function comes a few months after editing was rolled out on Messenger.
And Google's upgrading call screening on Pixel phones. Tapping a new Hello button prompts Google Assistant to speak on your behalf. Users can hear who's calling and decide whether you want to talk. It's available for the Pixel 6 and newer phones, as well as the Pixel Fold.
Time now 6:27 and 58 degrees for now.
Checking TransGuide right now. Still a lot of flashing lights out there at 90 and General McBullen near Joint Base Lackland. We'll get an update from RJ coming up. We'll be right back. Outside with live cams, we start your Tuesday morning. It is humid but cool out there, right around 58 degrees. We'll talk to Mike in a second.
Looks pretty out there.
Yeah.
Good morning. And it's Tuesday, March 5th.
It is Election Day. Let's get an Election Day forecast with meteorologist Mike Osterhage. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. In this picture, I mean, everything looks fantastic, but in some areas, I mean, there's just pea soup fog out there. And you can see sort of that haze off in the distance. Looks like a nice looking sunrise here, but way off there. Notice how you can't even make out the actual horizon, the difference between the ground and the sky. 59 degrees, 2.56, a lot of humidity, even though both those numbers are down slightly from yesterday. And visibility, Pleasanton still at 0, 2 miles Castroville, quarter mile at Kerrville. That has dropped back down. New Braunfels is still hovering at 3 miles. It was down to 0 just about an hour and a half ago. And Gonzales has a lot of fog. So once again, right here in the metropolitan area, we're kind of avoiding it for the time being. But as soon as that sun comes up, a lot of times we do start to see more fog forming up. Eagle Pass, Rock Springs still 0. Carrizo Springs, a lot of fog, and out there at Fredericksburg as well. So if you're heading out to vote today, again, this morning, in some places, you're going to be dealing with some of that fog. It's sort of a not cold, but a dampish cold because of all that humidity. So a light jacket's not a bad idea, but I'll tell you what, you sure won't need it later on this afternoon. Whole bunch of allergens out there. Mold leading the way, of course. The update's going to come out in a couple of hours. So we do get some dry air that's going to start to work its way in here late morning, early afternoon. Dry air doesn't take as much energy to heat up, so therefore we are going to be hitting 90 today, first time since late October. And then tomorrow, start to see the humidity return, definitely Thursday and Friday, and it's still going to be on the warmer side. Then we have rain chances late Thursday into Friday. Showers and a few thunderstorms. Some could be on the stronger side. We'll talk more about that coming up. The weekend then looks great. There's a front that's going to move through here late Friday. Actually will be slightly below normal this weekend. And yeah, just fantastic with plenty of, a lot of sunshine, a lot of clouds though, especially on Sunday. And then we go into next week. Looks good. maybe a little bit of a fly in the ointment on Tuesday, and temperatures for the most part are going to be on the seasonable side. Low 70s, low 50s for the highs and lows. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, boy, it has been a mess all morning long.
It has been, Mike. Yeah, certainly on the west side of town where our drivers are finding some pretty big backups here and delays in this area. So what we're looking at here is we have this crash. It was reported just after 5 a.m. this morning on 90 westbound at General McMullen, and just got off the phone with TransGuide right now, and they said that some of the delay that they're seeing here is that there was a lot of debris out on the main lanes here of 90 westbound. So they called a sweeper out there to try and clean up exactly what's going on here. So this crash involved at least a couple of vehicles in this area. 90 westbound at General McMullen. This is going to be right before the 151 and 36th Street exit, and show you the backup here that we're seeing from to Couples Road. Now, some good news here is that people still are exiting Couples Road, so that's good that people are still kind of getting through at least this exit ramp area, but you do see a major backup here, at least 3 main lanes blocked as you go a little bit more west here there at 90 at General McMullen. Let's take a look at our maps, and we've seen the time sort of increase here of our delays here. So this 2-mile stretch is going to take you about 20 to 21 minutes, probably going to be around 25 now. Again, Couples Road is still open, so that's some good news, but if you do need to find an alternate route, you could take Frio City Road. Now, Couples will also take you down to General Hudnall and take you up to Castroville Road. So those are some potential options, but either way, you're going to be stuck in some traffic there in just a bit. Some good news here, we are starting to clear out this car fire that was reported here on Loop 410 southbound at 90. Just saw the tow truck out there, so hopefully they get that one cleared out here in just a bit. And up in New Braunfels, don't want to forget about everyone else in our area. New Braunfels 35 southbound at Rush Road, we had a stalled vehicle being reported there, not causing any major delays. Again, biggest thing we're seeing right now, 3 main lanes blocked, US 90 westbound up at General McMullen, causing a major backup here all the way to Couples Road. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. A man who San Antonio police say may have been breaking into a car has been shot and killed, and they say the shooter is the car owner.
Katrina Weber is live at an apartment complex on Micron Drive. That's near Loop 410 and Culebra.
And Katrina, you mentioned earlier that there was a very large crime scene. Have police told you why?
Yeah, they say that the shooting happened in one place and they found the person who was shot in another. But let me give you a look at the situation now. Still a lot of crime scene tape up. Not as many police cars as we had earlier, but police are still in the middle of their investigation. Just a few minutes ago, we saw someone with the medical examiner's office arrive here. And also, we have heard that some of the bullets that were fired hit an apartment building. So a lot that police are dealing with at this apartment complex called the Oxford at Estonia Apartments. Now, let me give you a look at the video. This happened just before 4 o'clock this morning. Police say that they were told that a man came out of his apartment on his way to work, noticed that there was someone else in his car, and then ended up shooting that man in his car. The person who was shot then got out of the car, ran to another area where he collapsed and died. Police are still talking to the car owner at this point. They have not filed any charges. But again, they do have a very wide crime scene throughout most of this apartment complex. They say there's a lot of blood on the ground. They also have found some shell casings, and so they're working with all of that. And as I mentioned, we heard that an apartment building also was hit, but no indication that anyone there was hurt. But this is definitely still under investigation. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Well, new this morning, Bexar County deputies served a warrant for an illegal gambling operation in northeast Bexar County last night. According to Sheriff Javier Salazar, 4 people were arrested. This happened in the 6600 block of Lakeview Drive between Kirby and Converse. Salazar says the 4 people arrested face several charges related to organized crime and gambling. About $5,000 in cash has been seized so far, and deputies believe more will be found inside the machines.
Scheduled to start later today, jury selection for the civil lawsuit against Andre McDonald. If you remember, last year McDonald admitted in a Bexar County courtroom to killing his wife Andreen back in 2019. A jury convicted him of a lesser manslaughter charge, and he was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Now the mother, daughter, and estate of Andreen is seeking over $1 million in damages in a wrongful death lawsuit against McDonald. The suit also claims Andre killed her for financial gain. Attorneys for Andreen's family say they're not sure if Andre will be present during trial.
Primary election day is here, and voters across Texas and 15 other states will be casting their ballots for Super Tuesday. So polls open for the Texas primaries in just a few minutes at 7 a.m. If you did not vote early, here's what you need to know. Voters must show one approved form of identification. Now, that could be a Texas driver's license or Texas election identification certificate. You can also bring a Texas personal identification card or Texas handgun license, a passport, military ID, or a U.S. citizenship certificate with a picture. You can also fill out a form at your polling location and use one of these forms of ID, a government document with your name and address, a current utility bill, bank statement or paycheck, a government check, or a birth certificate. Now, keep in mind, voters in certain counties can vote at any county polling location. That includes Atascosa, Bexar, Comal, DeWitt, Guadalupe, Hayes, Kendall, and Medina counties.
Scan this QR code to stay on top of our complete election coverage. VIA is offering free rides to vote. Passengers must have a valid voter registration card. The offer is good for regular bus service as well as VIA Link and VIA Trans service. If you have more questions about Election Day, we have you covered online right now. And you can join Myra and Steve for our KSAT Super Tuesday live stream tonight at 7. This special coverage will be available on all of our streaming platforms. We'll also have results for you tomorrow morning right here on Good Morning San Antonio.
Our election coverage continues on GMSA at 9, and as you get ready to head to the polls, you might see some high school students. That's because some of them are working as election clerks. It's all part of a program called Youth Do Vote.
It's a great opportunity for students to start learning early. Even before they're eligible to register, they can start learning what it takes to run an election. We're investing in these relationships with school districts to really help them, get them the resources, the information that they need.
Tiffany Huerta shares how the nonprofit is working to grow voter and civic engagement with the people, with the young people here in the Alamo City. So for the full story, that's coming up today on GMSA at 9.
It is exactly 6:40 on your Tuesday morning.
Well, just ahead, the San Antonio nonprofit's summer plans are up in the air because of budget problems. Why their work is so important for the families who depend on them.
6:43, summer plans are on the line for a San Antonio nonprofit facing a massive budget shortfall. SAC needs to come up with over $500,000 in a matter of months.
That's right. Our John Paul Barajas looked into what this could mean for families relying on its programs.
For 30 years, SAC has given San Antonio kids a place to create at no cost.
If it wasn't as accessible as it was, SAC, since the beginning, I probably wouldn't look into it as much.
The free resources have made a difference in Sully Gutierrez's life since 6th grade. SAC gave him and countless others a place to create and improve their art before going to college.
We are reducing barriers to arts education and to creative youth development, and that's incredibly important across San Antonio, but especially for our community on the west side.
But the nonprofit is facing financial struggles. Its executive director says SAC is $600,000 in the hole, thanks in part to the pandemic, a transition in leadership, and construction delays on its new location.
If we don't raise the full $600,000, we will have to adjust our programming in the summer and not have the extended hours.
It's a scary thought for families who count on its programs.
We've come to rely on SAC throughout the summer, and we certainly don't want to see SAC have to close its doors for the summer in order to get through this hump.
SAC offers resources for visual art, new media, and film, just to name a few. But the program is about more than just improving students' artistic ability.
She's grown not just in talent-wise with art, but we've seen significant changes in her social abilities and her confidence in herself. It's really an excellent program.
SAC Executive Director Stephanie LaFrosia hopes to raise the needed funds by June. She adds the first $50,000 and last $50,000 raised will be matched. If you want to help out, you can go to donate.sac.org. It'll bring you to this webpage with options on how much you want to donate. Even $1 goes a long way. We'll also have that link on our website, KSAT.com. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Time check, 6:45.
From this angle, Highway 90 looks a little better. Let's check back with RJ.
All right. Yeah, an update now. We have some good news. Just saw the convoy of emergency vehicles head out there, 90 westbound at General McMullen. So now traffic is moving pretty good through this area right here. Still seeing the backup here over at 90 at Couples Road. So it's going to take a little while to clear out what we've been dealing with throughout the entire morning here on the west side. There was a crash, involved multiple vehicles. They got the street sweeper out there and got all that debris cleared out. So we should see this traffic moving in this area here pretty soon. So that's good news there for our drivers on the west side. Our map still indicating obviously those delays all the way to General Hudnall, but some good news there on the horizon there for if you are headed on 90 westbound right now. Other thing we're seeing right now is Loop 410 westbound. We have a stalled vehicle being reported there at I-35. So this area is always kind of very busy. So right before you hit up Seguin Road or FM 78, excuse me, in the Kirby area, you might run into this stalled vehicle there, Loop 410 westbound at I-35. The rest of the city, everything else looks pretty good for the most part, but as we've been talking throughout the morning, one thing that we are seeing now build up throughout our area is the fog. Check this one out here, 37 at Indian Hills. I've been looking at some of these cameras, especially out there on the south and southeast side. And I think, Mike, you said Pleasanton, right, had very low visibility. I mean, this kind of indicates what we're looking at in many parts of the southeast side right now, especially along 37 there at Salado Creek and Indian Hills.
But then we're going to show the camera out there at the airport, and it's going to be, nothing out there at all. Yeah. So, yeah, it really depends on where you are this morning. First of all, let's start off with this picture. And Steph and I were trying to figure out,
right?
Did they just catch the cat out there in the blue bonnets? Did they take the cat out there to pose?
Right, for pictures?
Is the cat surprised? It looks like it is.
Good picture, either way.
Great shot, though. Yeah, love those blue bonnets. And make sure you send in some blue bonnet pictures. KSAT Connect. Take pictures safely, of course, not on the side of the road. But as we were just talking about, yeah, this picture looks pretty good, obviously, compared to the one RJ was just showing. But then look at all that fuzz along the horizon there with all that fog well off to the east. Randolph's still doing pretty good, but down. Pleasanton, zero visibility. Kerrville, quarter mile at Gonzales. Hondo's down to 1 right now, so it's getting thicker further on, heading out to the west. Rock Springs has improved. It was down to 0 just last half hour. Now Eagle Pass is still at 0 visibility, so this will be the situation throughout the morning. It can be pea soup 1 minute and then not bad and then flip-flop again. So we'll be dealing with this fog for the next couple of hours. Yesterday, we did hit 81 degrees, almost 10 above normal. Then add almost 10 to that. We're going to be up to 90 later on this afternoon. We do have some dry air moving in here, upper 80s, low 90s all around the area, and almost 20 degrees above normal. So we get dry air moving in today, and of course doesn't take as much energy to heat up as the moist air does. We'll start off with decent humidity tomorrow, but then that's going to work its way back up in here for Thursday and Friday especially. That's when we get our better rain chance coming on in here. And then look at how the dew points drop off going into the weekend and the first part of next week with a front that moves through here. That's going to be later on Friday. Now, Thursday, that's going to be our chance for some rain, and some of that, now notice how Thursday evening, the majority is almost north of our area, and that's where some of the potentially stronger storms are going to be. Then we get another batch that's going to move in here in the overnight hours early Friday, but then that will clear out fairly nicely. Storm Prediction Center does have a 2 on a scale of 1 to 5 in northern portions of the hill country as far as the threat for a severe storm. High winds and hail being the biggest threats, and then the kind of the northwestern half of the area under a very slight chance for a stray severe storm. Now, this is going to be updated over the next couple of days, but just something to kind of think about. Here's what's going on with those upper level steering winds, and we've got that low moving on in here. This is going to start to send the energy in, and that's going to give us the chance for some rain. Then as that passes by up to the north, that's what's going to pull down the front, and that's what's going to bring in this just fantastic looking weekend. And most of next week is looking pretty good as well, but we do have a small chance for some rain maybe by Tuesday. Today, 90, 83 tomorrow, and then we do have that chance Thursday, especially late overnight into the first portion of the day on Friday, and we get that front moving through on Friday. That's going to clear us out for the weekend. The weekend looks absolutely spectacular, actually a bit on the cool side of normal, and then Monday starts off pretty good. Next week, as of right now, about normal temperatures, 70, 50, low 70s, low 50s, normal. And then that small chance of rain Tuesday, maybe late next week, too.
Not bad for spring break.
Nope.
Thank you, Mike.
Time now, 6:50, 59 degrees.
Look out there with live cam. A nice shot here. Not too bad and a little less humid, so we will enjoy that before it gets to almost 90. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, we're following Super Tuesday. This morning, voters are headed to the polls in 15 states. We're going to break down what's at stake. Also breaking overnight, an explosion at an industrial building outside Detroit. Crews battling the fire and the investigation into what caused that blast. Plus, the real estate brokers that are encouraging single women to become homeowners. They've got some advice to get started. And the stars of Top Chef are here live. Don't miss it all on GMA.
It's election day. It's also game day. The Spurs will play the Rockets tonight over in Houston at 7 p.m. Wemby is questionable due to left shoulder soreness, and Julian Champagny is questionable for tonight with a right ankle sprain.
All right, go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go.
Time now, 6:54. Let's check back with RJ.
All right, guys, good news. We have cleared out all of our major crashes and incidents that we saw earlier this morning. Still seeing some delays here, 90 westbound, but we have cleared that one out. There was a pretty big crash there, 90 at General McMullen, that was causing a backup all the way to Couples Road. So everything looking good here. Still have a start vehicle there at 35 southbound in the New Braunfels area. So the biggest thing we're seeing now at the moment is the fog as I kind of step out of the way here. Look at this out on the far east side. This is past Foster Road at I-10 there at Martinez Creek. And let's see if we could show you one more real quick here. Want to pull up, let's see, we got out, there we go. 37 at Indian Hills on the southeast side. So far east side and far southeast side, kind of seeing some pretty heavy fog out there, Mike.
And then you look right here at the airport looking off to the east, not bad. You can see that fog off in the distance there, and even in portions of the hill country. Hondo's now dropped to just a half mile. Kerrville, there's that zero visibility around Pleasanton. Further on out to the west, we're going to be dealing with this for the next few hours, maybe some damp roads out there as well. Mid-upper 50s, low 60s around here, 90 for a high temperature. We get drier air sliding in, so that's going to help things to really heat up today. And then we do have rain chances Thursday night into Friday. Front comes through, clears us out. Good looking weekend.
Initially, 90 looked offensive, but you said drier air, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Looked offensive. I like that.
We can handle that. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for joining us today.
Have a good day. Good Morning America is next. We're back here for GMSA at 9.